Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Carroll Lynx Volleyball live stream event as your hometown Lynx take on the Monroe University Mustangs right here at the Copper Mine Pantherplex in Hampstead, Maryland. Mark Winkle bringing you the action tonight. We apologize for the delay in the action as well as the technical difficulties, but we are glad to see that a number of you have figured out how to get to the new link for this stream and are able to watch your Lynx tonight going up against this very, very powerful team from New Rochelle, New York. The Monroe Mustangs come in with a 14-4 record, having played some really big schools around the area. As part of the first day of their trip through Maryland, they will go to Washington Adventist, Montgomery College, Anne Arundel, head to Pennsylvania to play Westmoreland, Southern Maryland to play Westmoreland and College of Southern Maryland. So it's going to be an action-packed week and a half for these Monroe Mustangs as they are practically moving to Maryland for a couple weeks. But they're first going to have to get through the Carroll Lynx, who are coming off of a tough loss, a 4-set, really exciting match against the Montgomery Raptors right here Tuesday night, where the Lynx were seemingly the better team for at least the first two sets before the Raptors, even though they were able to pull out the first set, started to find their rhythm a little bit more in sets 3 and 4 and were able to pull out the match. But certainly a great performance for the Lynx and showing that they can certainly hang with the best in the area and certainly will be put to the test tonight. The Lynx come in with a 7-5 overall record as part of a very busy week for them, as after this match they get less than 48 hours of rest before hosting a tri-match involving Harvard Community College and Community College of Beaver County right here on Saturday starting at 9 a.m. So hopefully we have some early birds as the Lynx fans out there. We are just 2 minutes away from the final buzzer, and then we will get into play. We will be back with you shortly with the starters. Back in action here as the teams get ready to go. And taking a quick look at the starters, beginning with the visiting Monroe Mustangs. Number 2, a freshman outside hitter, 5'8", Fabiana Lopez. A freshman right side, number 3, Natalia Rodriguez. Freshman setter, number 4, Maleshkia Melendez. A freshman middle blocker, number 8, Madison Smith, who hails from Laurel, Maryland, went to Reservoir High School. Number 9, Jelena Parrish, a freshman outside hitter. And rounding out the starting 6 is number 26, a freshman middle blocker, Flavia Pecora. Whole lot of international flavor from these Mustangs. A number of players from Puerto Rico. You've got Bosnia and Herzegovina, Germany, China, Sweden, Canada, and Italy all represented on this Monroe squad. For the Lynx, it's a little bit closer to home, as it's going to be Michaela Adami, Hannah Breen, Miriam Zuazo, Emily McElwain, Carly Badorf, and Grace Bowman as the starting six. And going in right away will be the libero, Sophia DiMaggio. Monroe not playing with a libero today. And it will be the Lynx to serve first. Bit of a different look as it will be Adami to start out. And right away, the Mustangs hit it right down the line. That was Perich coming in with the hammer. Melendez to serve. And the Lynx answer right back as McElwain hits it right down the middle and puts it right on the end line and in. Kat Kertunas has entered the game for the Lynx and will take the serve. That was Madison Smith up the middle. As I mentioned before, the only player who was born in the United States on this team, and it was in fact just down the road from here in Laurel, Maryland. And McElwain with the tip ball, able to find some court and ties it up at 2-2. And McElwain just a little bit too hard on the service, puts it out. And it will be Smith to serve. Bowman, a touch hit, finds the opposite corner. Perfectly placed for her. And she will get to go right to the bench and enjoy some well-earned congratulations from her team as it just dipped right down, had some good topspin on that shot. Monroe didn't think it was going to stay in. Coming right back are the Mustangs, as that is Flavia Pecora right down the middle. Hit it so hard that it goes through the doors. Might have helped that the fact that the doors were open already, but don't want to let that get in the way of a good story. And trying to see if that's going to be, no, it's just going to be the referee saying you have to wait for the whistle to serve. Rodriguez to serve. And that will be just out as Adami tried to do the same thing as Bowman, just on the opposite side. Went for the cross court to the corner and just missed wide. Let the Mustangs give it back as they serve it too deep. good talk from the Carroll bench as they were able to call the ball out, allow their team to pull back on it as Miriam Zuazo returns into the game, going to the front line as it's Badorf to serve. And that goes into the net as Lopez unable to get enough height on it. And the Lynx off to a great start. This set tied up 5-5. We saw it in the Montgomery game early on where the Raptors were making unforced errors and the Lynx were just allowing the Raptors to do so. Seeing a little bit of that already early in this match. And the dink by Melendez is able to work as the Lynx got a touch on it and tried to keep it alive, just couldn't get it over the net. So the Mustangs bring in Madeline Lasselle from the freshman defensive specialist from Ottawa, Canada. And it's going to be Pecora once again. Flavia Pecora standing at 5'10" from Palermo, Italy. And the second time works for Parrish as she hit that hard, but it was a good block by the Lynx, kept it in play. Monroe did a beautiful job covering for it. And on the second attempt, Parrish went for the softer touch, and it worked. And that time, Parrish went for the the soft hit once again. That time didn't work out for her. It'll be Hannah Breen to serve. The freshman hitter out of Manchester, Maryland. Grew up right down the road from this stadium. And it's going to end up being a violation against the Lynx, a net violation called on Breen. And it's in again. The Lynx utilizing that top spin attack for a third time, rolling it right on the baseline, putting it in. That time it was Michaela Adami. She will go back to serve now. And a big hit from Parrish as we saw the two middles of the team push it back and forth to each other as McElwain tried to do a quick push to catch the Mustangs off guard. They were prepared for it, however. And once again, we see the powerful hit of Parrish create a point for these Mustangs. What a point for these Lynx. An unbelievable point, back and forth. Both teams getting good hits, good blocks, good defense all the way around. And in the end, it was a miss hit by Melendez into the net that gave the Lynx a well-earned point. And a kill from Carly Badorf. Well hit, but give a lot of credit to the libero, Sophia DiMaggio. A diving save there to keep it alive and give Badorf the chance for back-to-back hits. The second one finds its home. McElwain hits it hard down the middle. And now all of a sudden we're seeing Carroll get a little bit more offensive, getting their chances. And give a lot of credit, again, to their defense that is creating those chances. Monroe is coming in with all kinds of heat. The Lynx are still getting their opportunities to get their hits in and taking advantage. Bador puts it on the line. A beautiful hit. And just like that, the Lynx have taken the lead 11-10. Mustangs look a little stunned here. Don't think they were expecting to face such tough opposition in their first game of this trip. As Smith has the answer right down the middle. Mustangs just keep hitting the ball over and over, but great digs all the way around. Saw Adami have a big dig. Badorf had another one. And that's going to be called a 4-hit, which means that the hit by Bowman never got over the net. Looked like it was close, right at the top of the net. Just quite not enough. Harridge to serve. And the big block from the Mustangs. That was Rodriguez who got up there for it. And that is out of bounds as McElwain tried to go for a little bit of a side hit and just couldn't keep it down. And we're going to have a timeout for the Lynx. As Carroll being coached today by assistant coach Sarah Jarbo, as head coach Terry Leatherwood, I'm assuming is at home watching this right now. So shout out to Coach Leatherwood and get well soon, as she is surely sitting there watching this match and thinking, man, my team's looking pretty darn good against this Mustangs team. So far for the Lynx, McElwain with 3 kills, Badorf with 2, Adami and Bowman with 1 kill each. But again, doing a good job of limiting the errors. 4 hitting errors, 1 service error, and no receiving errors. So they're handling the serve. They're not getting themselves into a lot of trouble. And just trying to keep the ball alive as much as possible. You know what you're going up against. You know you're going up against a Monroe Mustangs team that is just going to keep hitting and keep hitting hard all night long. can you keep the mental fortitude to keep playing that tough defense and just wait for your chances and just grind it out as long as you can? Parrish to serve. A beautiful hit by McElwain. Once again, we saw Monroe was in a position they could have made a play. Just didn't think it was going to stay in, but the top spin hit of McElwain just rolling over on it. Keeps it in bounds. Big smiles from McElwain as she goes back to serve. And there's Smith once again right up the middle. Obviously, in a sport like volleyball, height's a nice thing to have, but Monroe's showing right now that you don't have to have height to play the front line, as Smith stands at 5'8", Parrish stands at 5'9", Rodriguez at 5'8", Lopez at 5'8". But just great athletes that are able to get up there and make the plays. As that kill from Pecora. Once again, great job by Adami. She was in the right place and just couldn't quite pass it the direction she wanted to. Carroll defense really positioning themselves well so far in this match. And that is going to be in off the top of the net and finds the line. Saw Lynx get their hands on the block again. I believe that was Breen up the middle who nearly had the point off of it. But once again, Monroe with good coverage. So that will be put down by Fabiana Lopez. Her first kill of the match. Smith back to serve once again. Oh, and DiMaggio had a last-second decision. She was standing right on the baseline, trying to decide whether to let it go or go for it. Decided to try to save it at the last minute. It was a close one. Hard to say whether she made the right decision or not to make a play on it. As the cheeky tip by Pecora finds some open space, and we will see Coach Jarbo call her second timeout of the set. Each team gets 2 timeouts per set, so might as well use them. You can't carry over to the next one. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be back in just a minute. Back in action here as Smith goes back to serve as she's on a bit of a run here. Lynx trying to stem the momentum. That hit by Lopez right down the middle finds some room. Seven straight points for the Mustangs. And that is going to be into the net. As Lynx are finally able to break that streak. Morley back to serve for the Lynx. We've seen Carroll get on long runs before with Morley serving. Not this time, however, as it's going to be Rodriguez. The big lefty is able to slam it down. Jennifer Santana will check into the game for the first time. Santana, a sophomore outside hitter from San Juan, Puerto Rico. And that is going to be just out of play as the scary moment for a second as the set by Melendez almost found the court on the opposite side. Everybody kind of just assumed it was going out, but it was a lot closer than they thought. In the end, it is a point for the Lynx. And an ace for Badorf right up the middle. Parrish tried to make a one-handed dive at it. Couldn't keep it under control. And it's going to be the big hit from Pecora right up the middle again. Pecora leading the team with 5 kills in this first set. As the Mustangs continue to rotate players in and out. Ellen de Boer from Hamburg, Germany comes into the match. As Lopez puts it into the net. That's going to be hit too hard. Lynx not out of this set yet. Perhaps the Mustangs subbed out the starters a little too early. As we see De Boer mishit that play. And just like that, we will see De Boer get the hook already as Melendez will come back in. What a block from McElwain. As Pecora tried to just flip it over, McElwain right in her face. The first block of the match for the Lynx. Did I mention the Lynx aren't out of this set yet? Because here they come, clawing their way back. And an unfortunate misplay there as McElwain only person there to make a play, and it tried to bump it up and just couldn't get enough height on it. Set point. As Wazo will have that one blocked, and that will do it for the first set. Good effort from the Lynx, showing that they can hang with this Mustangs team. They trail 1-0. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Action here for the second set, as it will be Monroe to start things off with Melendez serving. Nice tip shot by McElwain, showing off her versatility, being able to hit hard and also have the soft touch. that is going to be unplayable for the setter Melendez. Give credit to Adami for the ace. As the block of the Lynx couldn't keep it in the court. Good positioning there by Bowman and McElwain. They were in the right spot, just couldn't quite get their hands right to keep it in the court. A little bit of miscommunication. Looked like Zuazo and Adami were in the same spot, and Zuazo was trying to clear out. Good hit by McElwain. Just off the side of the hands of Smith, who was right there in her face, but McElwain was able to just get it to the side of the block. What a play by the Lynx to keep it alive. And it's out of play. A beautiful point for Carroll. This time, Lopez able to keep it in the court. Just off the back line. Didn't miss by much, but good last second decision by Kerchunas to let that one go. Almost another miraculous save as Bowman able to dive for it, and unfortunately Lynx just couldn't get it over the net on the final hit. And that time Badorf is the one that hits it too hard. Mustangs have tied it up at 5-5. Big hit from Badorf. And give credit to DiMaggio, a beautiful set from her as Adami was the one who had to dig it out. Passed it nicely to DiMaggio, who set up Badorf. Lynx back in the league, 6-5. The block from Badorf nearly had it. Thought for a second that it might have hit off of Piccola on the way back. But it will be a Mustangs point. And the push by Parrish does fall in. Kerchunas playing well in the back line. She's a player that played a lot of front line to start the season out, has been getting more and more playing time on the back line and has really been effective as a defensive specialist. Great defense, great passing. Freshman from Hampstead, Maryland. As DiMaggio unable to get low enough to get that one. Again, we see the powerful hitting of Parrish. Krochinas, again, got to give her credit. She was in the perfect position. But I'll tell you what, I would not want to swap places with her right now and having to get in front of that hit. Lopez to serve. And that time it goes high up on DiMaggio and unable to control it. And there it is. That time a very nice pass from DiMaggio, and it sets up a picture-perfect response back. Badorf gets the kill. Seen Badorf have to play as much defense as offense so far in this match. Leads the team with 7 digs. And Parrish hits it right into the block of the Lynx, and it goes straight down for the kill. Zuazo got her feet caught up a little bit under her there as she was trying to position her body to pass it back towards the middle of the court. And another ace for the Mustangs. And it's going to be a rotation error against the Lynx. I believe they're calling that somebody moved too early. So we'll go down as an ace. Another one for Pecora on the rotation error. And that one's going to be more of a traditional ace as DiMaggio had that go high up on her. Timeout for the Lynx. Back in action here as the Lynx trying to once again stop the momentum. That time with just an awkward hit by Parrot. She didn't really seem like she knew what she wanted to do with it. She was pretty far off the net and tried to flip it, but just did it so late that it was low on her and couldn't get it over the net. Breen to serve. What a dig by Badorf, keeping the ball alive for the Lynx. Another good dig. Time was Morley. No question about that one, however, as McElwain comes back, makes a big hit there. Emily McElwain with 7 kills on 11 attempts. Incredible efficiency, hitting at .545. And that is just a cheeky tip, and Lynx went all in for the block, and Parrots just dunked it right on the line in front of us. The power of Madison Smith on display once again. Haven't really seen her trying to mix it up at all. She is just a power hitter every single time up the middle. Lynx try to find the answer for her. That one will float its way out of bounds. Kertunis back in for the Lynx. And she'll take the service. Bowman caught a little bit off guard as she was still trying to play defense and had to jump up a little late trying to hit that one. Couldn't quite get the hit that she was looking for. Badorf, a beautifully deflected ball. Mustang's block was there ready to get in their face, and she decided to just flip it toward the left sideline. Another big hit from the Mustangs. That's Lopez coming in hot. Badorf, another beautiful hit down the line. Starting to see Badorf get a few more opportunities to attack. She's been taking advantage of them. And the tip by the setter, Melendez, able to find the playing court. We'll see Olivia Hall check into the game for the first time. Hall, the 5'9" freshman outside hitter from Stockholm, Sweden. So a few substitutions as Mustangs will switch things around again. It will be Jennifer Santana to serve now. And that will be a kill for Badorf. Blocked up the middle. It's Hannah Breen slamming it down. First block of the match for Breen, and that had to feel good. All smiles at the front net. And Badorf gets the friendly roll. Hometown advantage to have it just skip off the top of the net and throw off the Mustangs. Oh, and that was nearly kept in. Another great attempt at some miraculous defense from the Lynx. Unfortunately, their tip over the net just went wide. And a lack of communication from the Mustangs that time as nobody was sure who was going to hit that last over ball. And it was Pecora who tried to go for it. It just was not in any kind of position, especially reacting to it that late to do anything with it. Thanks will benefit. Not much you can do about that one. As Parrish comes through once again with a hard hit. She's up to 9 kills. Timeout, Lynx. We'll take a break as well and be back after this. Back in action here as that will find the corner and we'll be in there for an ace. That's a great adjustment by Emily McElwain. Had slightly mistimed the jump, but she just stayed in position, waited for the ball to come to her, and swung when it was there. It's not at the top of her jump, but still able to get enough on it and hit the ball in for a kill. And right back at it is Madison Smith, and we see her check back in and immediately get in on the action. Smith is up to 6 kills on 9 attempts. That one is going to be handled by Zuazo, and that will be the set for the Mustangs. They take the second set 25-17, lead 2-0. We'll take a 3-minute break and be back with you for the third set. Back in action we go for the third set, as it will be Leah Russell to take the first service for the Lynx. And Parrish is right at the Lynx on her first touch of this third set. Melendez will give it right back. Big hit from McElwain. That one went sideways. Almost came all the way up here to us. Last row of the bleachers. And it's once again Smith up the middle. Smith having one of the most efficient matches I've ever seen. 7 kills and 10 attempts, no errors. She will be back to serve. Badorf able to slam one home. Still waiting for the substitution to be confirmed, as it will be Morley back to serve. And that is out of play. More great defense from the Lynx, keeping it alive. Rodriguez overcooked on that one. And nobody there on the pass. Morley gets credit for the ace, but for Parrish, I have to imagine she just mishit that pass a little bit as she's trying to get picked up by her teammates. And that's going to be called a net violation against Breen. Breen looked like she was saying that she didn't touch net. Hard to say from here, but an unfortunate call for the Lynx. Dami tried to roll one off the top of the net and just got denied by the top of it. And that's in there for the Mustangs. That's Pecora once again. Anna Breen, a natural outside hitter, been playing a lot of middle this year and has done a really good job of adjusting her game and being an effective player for these Lynx. And that's hit down the line. A beautiful set that time from Melendez, who switched the court across to Lopez, who had a little bit more room and hit it right down the line. And that is going to be a net violation that time on Melendez, as she was trying to save the set after the pass that went right up against it. And that shot by Rodriguez. Once again, too hot to handle for the Lynx. And that will fall in there. Fun point to watch for anybody that enjoys those long drawn out points and good hits on both sides. As that hit by Parrish will go off the net and the antenna. Breen to serve. And that is in. Finds the line on the far side. Smith will check back in for the Mustangs. Big hit from McElwain. Hits it through the block. As Russell will check back in, and she will go back to serve. Mia Russell, the freshman setter from Florida, gets the ace right in the corner. Beautiful hit from Hollywood, Florida. Ties the set back up at 10-10. And that hit by Zuazo won't make it over the net. Saw a beautiful dig by DiMaggio as Parrish crushed one right at her, and it was a beautiful pass. So also just couldn't quite get it over the net. That time, DiMaggio unable to handle it. That was a tough one, though. That was a deep serve. Looked like it was going to hit right on the baseline, and DiMaggio tried for the diving attempt at it and couldn't quite keep it under control. I don't know how the Lynx kept it alive that long. A diving attempt by Badorf in the far corner. Unfortunately for them, it's going to be another kill from Smith up the middle. McElwain, a hard hit. She went across her body to hit it to the left sideline. Russell with another assist. McElwain up to 11 kills. And that is answered back by Rodriguez. Haven't seen many matches this season where Carly Badorf is not the leading hitter for the Lynx. But right now, McElwain is on pace to do just that. Matches the eye test as well. She's really been playing a good match. Regardless of the final outcome here, I think any Lynx fan will come away from this match pleased with the effort. And that will fall in for the Mustangs. Knowing that they are going up such a powerful team in this Monroe squad, and really being able to showcase just what the Lynx are capable of. Good defense, good offense. Really doing a good job of limiting their attacking mistakes in particular. And doing everything they can to hold up against this Monroe team that just keeps attacking over and over. Wouldn't be surprised if a few of those ladies on the Lynx come away with some bruises on their arms just trying to defend these hits, but they have held their ground over and over throughout and put up an admirable effort. I mentioned before that no rest really for the Lynx as they will get ready for a tri-match on Saturday. And the opponent doesn't get much easier next either as they will host the Hartford Fighting Owls. In fact, this Mustangs team, one of their few losses on the season, did come against Hartford back on September 24th, a 5-set thriller that Hartford was able to pull out. Certainly give an idea of the test that the Lynx have coming to them. Also included in that tri-match will be Beaver County, which should have a different feel to it. Bador goes in hard as she hits it right into the body of Pecora, who couldn't do anything about that one. Lynx finished their entire October schedule all at home. A bizarre twist of fate on how the schedule turned out. Seven straight matches all at home for the Lynx to finish out the regular season. Including one that was originally supposed to be an away match. The last one of the regular season, Baltimore City on October 16th. Supposed to be at Baltimore City. That has been moved to the Pantherplex. We're still trying to work on getting it renamed to the Big Catplex to account for the Lynx as well as the Panthers. As Rodriguez able to hit it down the line with her big left hand. We'll see some substitutions for the Mustangs, including the 6'4" Zion Zhang from China. Checks into the match for the first time. In case you couldn't tell from your screen, she's number 25, but I'm sure you figured that out by now. And Smith will go back to serve. Badorf hits it right through the hands of Zhang. Olivia Hall back to serve. Zhang gets her first kill on her first hit. Didn't he have to jump for it? As we'll see DeBoer check back in as well, as she'll take over the setting duties. Badorf slams home another one. Great diving save by Madeline Lascelles. And that will find some court. Mustangs now just 2 points away from closing out the match. As it will be Santana who checks in. And she will go back to serve. It's trying to prolong the match a little bit longer. play by Santana. She tried to keep it in bounds, but I think her coach was saying that it was out, and she pulled back at the last second. Might have thrown her off a little bit. No doubt about that one, as that is going to be nailed on line by Parrish. Zhang will go out, and that will bring Yifei Wu, freshman from China. She will go back to serve with a chance to have her first action of the match be to close it out. Match point for the Mustangs. And that's exactly what will happen, as Parrish will go right down the line. And that will do it for the Lynx. A valiant effort, really putting up a good fight in those first couple of sets. In the end, the Mustangs will take down the Lynx in straight sets. You won't be missing us for long, as we will be right back on the air at 9 a.m. on Saturday, as the Carroll Lynx will take on the Hartford Fighting Owls. So hopefully you have your coffee ready to go for that one. On behalf of everybody at the Carroll Athletics Department, we thank you for your attendance in tonight's match and for your support all year long. Final score here in Hampstead, Maryland. The Monroe Mustangs 3, the Carroll Lynx 0. We'll see you next time.